Hey Clashers, the defensive rate bonus is going to get increased with the next maintenance break, and we have many more balance changes for the clan capital. Well, stay tuned for this video to make sure that you're getting all of those brand new information, and let's get started. And if you like videos like these and like my content in general, there's a super easy way to support all of your favorite content creators out there. And if you want to support me, that is no problem. If you're buying anything in the shop, just make sure that you type it in the creator code iTzu, and whatever you're going to buy, you are going to support me with that. So really appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. And let's get started with all of those information about the balance changes. And I think we should get started with the raid medals. The raid medals, you guys know it is now limited to 5,000 as it was supposed to be in the beginning. But what Supercell does is, because so many people were giving them feedback about just the defensive reward did not feel great with the effort you actually had to put into, and they are going to double the defensive reward. That is a lot. The defensive reward over the raid weekend is going to be increased by 100%. That's now kind of nice to have. And that's a really important thing now that you're having good defenses. And obviously I will share some bases really soon again, because so far before this change, the defense did not matter too much. So I did not really concentrate on that too much with my videos. But I'll for sure upload a new base, most likely next week. So stay tuned for that and follow this channel. But not only the defensive reward is going to get buffed, obviously to kind of like compensate that, the offensive reward is getting nerfed by 10%. So that's like kind of the trade which you're doing overall there. I think it's not the biggest problem. I mean, I personally think the rewards are a lot anyways, because like as soon as you're getting higher, as soon as you're climbing higher in those capital level and everything, you're going to get a lot of rewards on those raid weekends. But let's touch on the balance changes. And starting things off is going to be the air defense. The air defense actually is going to get a nerf. What is going to be changed? Well, the attack speed is going to get heavily reduced. Instead of shooting every second, now the hit speed is going to be 1.5 seconds. So one shot now is way longer, pretty much. The nerf is connected to a buff to a troop. So what Supercell wants is actually they want to make the minions useful. Where I have to say, I am still kinda not really sure about that, but let's check it out. So first of all, the shoot rate of the air defense is getting nerfed, so they're not shooting away those minions that quickly. And in addition to that, they're going to buff minions as well. So the damage of those minions is going to be buffed. What exactly does that mean? On level 1, we're going to have, instead of 38 DPS, we're now having, instead of 38, we're going to have 56 damage per second. That's quite a big buff, to be honest. That's a lot of more DPS right there. So the question is, are they now going to be a great... Like, what are they? Are they... I don't know, like they're still getting shot so quickly. Like one air bomb, like one small mine set to air, and they're still going to die. So I'm not really sure if they're going to be useful, but I think overall some nice changes. On the max level though, so for like level 5 for example, the damage per second is going to be increased from 70 to 80. That's a decent amount as well. Let's go to the next one, and that is an interesting one. Yep, Super Wizards, and it's going to be a buff. The buff is really important for the later Town Hall level, or like the later Capital Peak level. If you're now asking yourself, I am Capital Peak level 3, and Super Wizards seem kind of broken. Well, let me explain to you. As soon as you're unlocking, for example, the raid cards and other troops in the clan capital, Super Wizards are probably the worst troop in the game. So now instead, the Super Wizards are going to get 200 bonus HP on every single level, because Supercell wants to try to achieve something, and that is the rocket artillery is supposed to not one-shot Super Wizards anymore. And to actually achieve that, and well, there's not only the HP needed, instead of just making sure that this is going to happen, they are going to reduce the damage of the rocket artillery by 10. So this combination of Super Wizards being a bit more tanky and the rocket artillery not having as much DPS anymore. This combination makes sure that super wizards are going to survive a rocket artillery shot, and with that, maybe they're a solid option on offense. I'm not sure yet, to be honest. I just think raid cards feel really strong, and I'm not sure if I want to use super wizards because they feel kinda risky. That's at least my approach. But let me know what you feel about that, and if you think super wizards are going to be more in meta now or not. Next change, and that one, I have to say, did surprise me. It did surprise me a lot, and I would have never thought about that, and that is actually the Flying Fortress. I ranked it into the top 4 of the strongest troops in the game for the clan capital. And Supercell is actually going to buff it, which was kind of surprising to me. But maybe the stats were showing something different to what I said in my personal ranking. But the HP is going to be drastically changed, especially for the lower level. So on level 1, so far, the Flying Fortress had 10,000 hit points. 10,000 hit points overall, that's already pretty decent, but they're going to buff that to 12,000. That's a 2k above, 2,000 HP more on level 1. That's a lot, but mainly for the lower level they want to change that. So for example, for the max level, so far it was 16,000 HP, which a maxed Flying Fortress had. Now instead it is going to be 16,500. So on the max level it's only a 500 HP buff. So overall they just want to make sure that the lower level for the Flying Fortress feels better. But I think, in my opinion, it is something different. Because if we take a look at, for example, the Flying Fortress, it's 100 housing space. When you unlock it, you have maybe, how much housing space do you have? Maybe 180, maybe even less. And the problem to me is more that you do not have as many supportive troops. The Flying Fortress is getting incredibly strong as soon as you can bring 2 of them to the party. That's when they're getting really strong. Especially if you combine them then with the Rage or with the Heal or something. They're going to get scary. So I'm not sure. I'm looking forward to see how strong the Flying Fortress is going to be. But the next troop is kind of having the same approach from Supercell on how to fix that. That's right, the Mountain Golem. The Mountain Golem is pretty much happening the same. Like there's the same thing happening. Supercell says on the lower level, the Mountain Golem is just not strong enough. So what they do, they're going to buff the HP on level 1 from 28,000 to 30,000. So again, a 2,000 HP buff. And by now, you should know the drill because on the max level, the Mountain Golem had 40,000 HP, and now it's going to be 40,500. Overall, a 500 HP buff for that troop on the max level. As I said, I ranked both of those troops in the top 4. Maybe, as I said, I was completely wrong with the stats. Maybe my feeling was more on the maxed out gameplay, so maybe I was wrong there. Overall, looking forward to see if we're going to see way more Mountain Golems and Flying Fortresses or not. But I think overall, I think just to me, the clan capital, something which I really want to highlight is it does not need to be perfectly balanced. Because you need anyways multiple attacks, right? To me, what I would love about this game mode is if they frequently change the balance. Because in this mode, it's really easy to use any troop. Because you as a clan are always going to upgrade together. So I think what I would love to see is that they're making a lot of balance changes. Sometimes this troop might be OP, sometimes that one. I don't care. I freaking hate a boring meta where everything is perfectly balanced because I think it's going to get boring kinda quick. It sounds stupid, but I want to have OP troops from time to time so everyone can use them and the meta is just non-stop changing. I feel like that is really refreshing and makes sure that the game feels different. But that's just my opinion. Let me know, as I said, if you think the same way. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet. We have still a few things to change. And I mean, come on, guys. That is no big surprise, right? The raid card, the siege card has to be nerfed. And the nerf so far, I mean, to be honest, I'm not sure how much impact it's going to have. But what happens is the first shot is going to be delayed by 0.7 seconds. What does this mean? Well, the siege card is just like running around, more like rolling around, not running around, rolling around, approaching the target, And instead of shooting right away, it's now a 1.7 second delay. Well, let's see how much impact that's going to have. For me, it's really hard to judge if it's going to be a lot or not. We're going to see over the raid weekend. Let me know how you feel about that change. But I think the raid card was so OP that it for sure could get a nerf. Next thing, and that surprised me again, was the heal spell. I think it feel like the heal spell feels kind of overwhelming in the first few level and really underwhelming in later stages. But what Supercell did is they decreased the heal by 33 overall. So this means originally this healing spell for level 3 was supposed to have 139 healing, but it's now back to 106. So all of those numbers which I'm showing right now are the new numbers, okay? Like those are the new numbers which are going to be there after the balance change, or like after the maintenance break with the balance change. So the heal spell is going to be another thing which is going to be changed. Next one. That one again is not surprising. The race spell is getting a nerf. The thing which you're going to get nerfed is the damage increase. The damage increase is getting nerfed by 20%. So again, this would have been at 100% already at this point. So, to be honest, guys, I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, the rage was pretty OP. It is what it is. Next one is we're done. That's right. We're already out of the changes. Let me know what is your favorite, what is the least favorite change in your opinion, and as well what you think about the fact, or like the statement which I had about how I feel about balance pretty much in a game. Do you like to make sure that you're always being able to play the same troops, always doing the same stuff, or do you kind of want to make sure that everything is like feeling like it's moving, like it's fresh, like it's kind of like a new meta every few weeks, for example? At least that's something which I feel like could be kind of cool, especially in this clan capital mode overall. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know which change you think is going to have the most impact. I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next video. Until then, see ya and bye bye.